need to come up with a segment name for this.
Yes.
Is it the Power Hour? Is it?
Yeah, something that rhymes with a minute. Minute to win it.
Minute to win it.
The power pack. Power pack minute. I don't know. I bet we can come up with something good, guys. But this is just like that minute that we're letting all the streamers catch on up and get together and broadcast at the same time. So yeah, we do need a name for it, John. I'm with you, dude.
That's the vibe I'm getting. Also, I just tried to share as the shop instead of myself, so I gotta change that super quick here. I'm like, where's my page?
Where's my page? And also, guys, if you're listening to this and you have a idea for what this segment should be called, let us know, yo. But I'll tell you, I did get a stack of comics today, though, people. Here's a little preview. It's decent. I'm not going to show you any covers, but I'm just letting it's decent. But I have, what I can open up with, John, is that I have been putting all my stuff into that app, and I've gotten through 2 more long boxes, and it's just so exciting. What a fun thing to do. I've had so much fun going through it and seeing all of these comics, and it's kind of like when I was organizing before, but I mostly just organized really quick. Now I'm having to scan each one, makes me look at each one. When you get one that's worth something, you're like, yay! And I've had my daughter and my son help me bagging and boarding ones that we want to be nicer, and it's been a blast. I got to tell you, my collection's coming together. It's not in any order yet, so I'm not there. I'm definitely just taking my long boxes. I'm doing one at a time, bringing them upstairs, and then just scanning those comics one by one. It's been fun, dude. It's been fun.
Oh my gosh. No, I chuckle just because I went through that process and I know exactly how it feels, and it's brutal. We haven't even started the show yet. James sliding in for the win. First comment of the night. Good evening, you fine gents. Thank you. I am feeling especially fine. This hat is made for comfort and stylish message. So absolutely love it. But you guys, we are definitely way past our minute to win it. So we're going to kick off the show here, and we're going to get going. We got things to talk about and conversations to have about Colorado and how awesome it is. So without further ado, insert drum roll on the glass desk that I'm not going to do. Hey everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy John on Demand, looking so forest fresh with my bear hug hat on. And of course, you guys joined by co-CEO. There can only be one Tom Devine, Midwest Highlander for sure, that mighty maid. You guys, it is June 16th. I had to look at the bottom of my computer to give you the accurate date. I'm gonna call myself out on it because I've been on vacation for a week and I don't know what day it is, except that I have to go to work tomorrow, which I'm super bummed about. But that's okay. So here we are. It is a great week in comics. Anyways, I forgot the other half of my spiel. Comic Book Look, we're proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, you guys. So if you're in the Sioux Falls area, swing on down to 42nd in Minnesota. Say howdy to the crew. If you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, we got a shop there as well with the crew ready to take care of you too. So either way, you're in good hands. But Tom, how the heck are you? Middle of June, 2021.
June, it's here. I started playing basketball on the weekends, and it's hot out. It's been a great June, so I'm really stoked. So excited to hear about your trip to Colorado, though. Yeah. I mean, it's exciting to get out. Obviously, we've all been stuck inside, so it's really nice that now things are opening up. We are able to now get out of here. I got to go to Nashville, had a great time. John, you got to go to you got to go to Colorado, and I want to hear all about it because as comic fans, maybe some of you do know, the mecca of comic book stores is in Denver, Colorado, where you were at. And so I want to hear, did you visit? How was it? I'd love to hear about the whole trip. So give us the rundown, nerd style.
Nerd style. Well, you guys, the Rainbow Comics is Rainbow Comics is our mecca, first of all. And it truly is the national, if not global mecca. But I did get to make a side stop to Mile High Comics in the Denver area. And that was actually pretty rad. I actually am in a visual mood tonight, so I'm actually going to just take a second here and just throw up a quick picture of what we're doing. Am I coming through audio-wise still?
You sure are. Yep.
Okay. So this is a picture of me looking amazing with my same hat on. That's awkward. But Mile High Comics, they have these comic books just painted on the side of their warehouse. Like, that is a ginormous situation right there. They have rainbow stair steps. There's Ken by there. So they have rainbow steps leading into the building with more rainbow steps that are actually blocked off. So I think that's staff only, but I was kind of excited to see that. The shop itself is huge, as you can imagine. So lots of things going on in the background, a lot of backstock. I got to hang out with Carnage. So me and Cletus Cassidy just got to save the world. That's the statue by itself, which I've never seen this piece before, Tom. So I was like, where did this come from? Like, I'm in love with this. That's awesome. Cool. Iron Man with the Captain America. I was like, wah, wah. But me hanging out with a Funko Pop Spider-Man oversized statue was good. Gambit and Captain Marvel just hanging out, chilling. A huge Lego Sentinel. This thing was like 30 feet, probably 40 feet tall.
Dang.
And I just love that there was a Sentinel overlooking the whole shop. I was like, way to keep everybody in order. And then, of course, they had these Alpha Flight statues that one, Snowbird, $80. Yeah, I couldn't afford that, so I was like, nah. But yeah, so
that you saw all your crew there.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But it was, yeah, overall it was a really good experience from like a customer service standpoint. There I have a whopping 1 purchase and then 3 variant covers that I bought, and that's it. So nice. I came to the shop ready to drop a penny. Like, I was ready to go.
Really?
I was ready to go. I'm like, I'm going to see something I really want. Like, I had a few things like the Eternity bust. They're going to have it because they're Mile High Nope. So I lucked out. But I did hit the back stock. I found this really cute. Can Alpha Flight destroy death metal? Like, weird issue. I don't even know if I already have this one or not, but I just saw it and started laughing. And I'm like, I just need this in my life. So I bought it.
Yeah, dude, and that's just funny because DC's event is called Death Metal now, and you got an Alpha Flight Marvel book called Death Metal. I mean, that'd be cool side by side.
I mean, to be honest with you, though, this is really Marvel's way of predicting the future because just like Heroes Reborn destroying Justice League and all the characters, Alpha Flight destroyed Death Metal.
That's how it happened.
So that's how it happened. But in addition to that, I got some. These are going to get wrapped up for Christmas, and Ken already knows about the one that he's getting. But I got some Mile High variant covers, as you know. And so with variant covers, you guys, they throw the shop logo on there. So I got a Thanos Rising. I haven't peeled the price tags off. Sorry about that.
Busted again.
The cover art was sick. I got Death of Wolverine. I really like this one. I thought it was kind of a cool piece. With cool. Mile High under my fingers there. And then for Ken, I got a Doctor Who one, and I don't know if he has this one or not. I don't know that he knew if he had this one or not. But so these are all going to get wrapped up for Christmas. But Mile High variant covers, the guy told me we're actually not doing them anymore, and that's why I was like, I better go ahead and just scoop some up while I'm here, you know. So I went ahead and did that. Ultimately, though, I got with Rainbow. Not having that size of real estate, it for me packed about the same punch. If not, Rainbow has more stuff that I want, which is really weird. So my friends had a really good observation because they're into gaming, D&D and stuff like that, is that Rainbow in Sioux Falls here, we have everything going on. We have sports cards, we have gaming stuff. You know, all fandoms are, to the best of our ability, are represented here, and we are spoiled with that in Sioux Falls. Mile High Comics is an interesting beast because it seems like it really follows the interest of the owner, in that it really truly is strictly comics. Like, there's not a lot of the other stuff going on. It prominently is comics, and you would think I would like that, but when I'm coming and looking for statues or busts and other random things and I'm not seeing it, I'm just like, I mean, this is the Mecca. What the heck, you know? Or maybe I just wasn't prepared. I don't know. I referenced my database a few times. I was thumbing through a couple things. But yeah, a lot of key issues and stuff just weren't there, and it was such a bummer. So I don't know, but the staff were very nice. Which was a huge plus because you can always go to a shop where they're complete D-bags, and that's not the case for Mile High. I thought they did really well. So the other bummer thing about it was the warehouse is nice and big, and that's cool, except half of it is storage of all the stuff that they've accumulated and continue to buy. And then like a third maybe is the actual shop. So I kind of was like,
Yeah,
which sounds petty. I was just expecting more.
Dude, no, I'm totally with you. You're like, oh, look at all this area, and then you're like, oh, I can't go back there.
Yeah.
Then you're like, go to this area, you're like, oh, I can't go back there.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's totally you got to go. But I thought it was kind of like a little bit of a dungy, dirty shop as well. It's hard to keep all that entire thing looking crisp and clean. And we're used to Rainbow Comics where everything is that way. Yeah. So it's just way different. But I do my favorite part of Mile High Comics is they have all of those, dollar issues and just so many that you could literally spend days going through them. Now, John, going in looking for keys and looking for statues, no. Guess what? In those dollars, you ain't gonna find any keys either. They've been picked all the way through. But you do just find a bunch of random, terrible, nonsense and goofy stuff that you just wouldn't see before. So I do love that part of it for sure.
We're getting some awesome comments here, by the way. James, you do look amazing, rocking those shades and the biker look. Well, thank you, man. I was having a really good pep talk with Tom about how discouraged I am with my growing my hair long and how hot it is right now because I am like a freaking polar bear, or I guess a normal brown bear. But it's just so warm right now, and I'm just living off of AC. So I thank you for that. I wish I felt more pretty, James. So I really appreciate that. Like, I am dying under the temperature right now. Bill, still hoping to make it to Mile High one day. Bill, the shop is ready for you. And when you walk in, you're going to be like, dude, I have literally 51% of this already. So, I mean, there's no lie. I mean, it is what it is. And they're going to be like comic book royalty. Boom. So, yep. So we know how that's going to go. Mark, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Mile High always seems high priced online. Completely fair. I have seen that on the website as well. I personally have never purchased from them online, but I have browsed. The website definitely could go for some love, but it certainly serves its function. I usually, if I'm going online, I'll do like my comic shop online or whatever it is. Is my dude. But yeah, it can be a little spendy, and that was in the shop as well.
I was gonna say, but it's not different in person. It's not like you're getting half price graphic novels there. It's not like you're getting, I mean, I'm sure if you had an account with them, you would get something, but it's just the same price in person as it is online. So it is a high price thing. They just have an absolute shit ton of stuff. So if you need a specific comic, you can find it there. You have to usually talk to them. They got to pull it out, but it can happen.
And I see Bill laughing here in the comments. I did try to hit one of the clients with, I'm Bill from Comic Book Bears. I got the woof of the week. And I was like, give me 51% discount on these books because I'm the new 51. They didn't buy it.
They didn't?
I didn't do the woof of the week with enough gruff. So only Bill can do that. I tried, but
there's only one new 51. And so, I mean, he can't be duplicated.
Derek, thank you so much for tuning in. How is the staff there? Heard they could be rude. So no, I actually had a really good experience. The guy that was working with me on the variant covers, it's an interesting system because when you buy a variant cover from the shop, I'm expecting something like, oh, it's still new and there's no need to check grades and pricing. False. I got copies of good or very fine because it kept the price down, but they were not selling brand new ones. So everything had a grade in their system or whatever. So it was very interesting, but no rude staff. I will say the cashier was kind of on her own planet a little bit. Whereas the other guys seemed more in the know, as to what the heck was going on, which is totally cool. We all have our off days. So that would be my only thing with that. But yeah, Derek, ultimately great customer service there. I was expecting absolute bad because you get that sometimes when they know they're a big name. But in this case, I think we were very lucky. Sleepy Reader, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Awesome. But yeah, Bill, they are non-royalists. I agree with that. But Bill, I was truly committing comic book identity theft when I did that. I would say I'm more of the Duke of DC, perhaps, where you're the new 51. So I would be like the Duke of DC Comics, or the Duchess of DC Comics.
There we go.
Got it. All right. Also from Bill, really quick here, if I ever want to revisit 1998, I head to the Mile High Bus. Yes! High school project. Man. What? Yeah.
Dude, I love it. That black background, it's come full circle. Now it's just in dark mode, Bill.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, Bill, Made of Marvel.
There
you go. All right. Well, all formalities aside, you guys, it was really a good trip, though, for sure. And the other cool thing, are we talking about that right now? The other thing?
Yeah, talk about everything. Yeah.
The other thing that we did that was super cool, you guys, Ken, who is also a part of our show and puts up with me, aka my fiance, is a huge Stephen King fan. And so we managed to surprise him with a stay at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park. And so that was awesome because we were just eating lunch, and he was like, I'm just so happy to visit here. And then our friend Jesse showed the room keys, the cards, and he just was like, ah! So it was really kind of a cool moment to share. I'm pulling up some pictures here really quick just because I'm a visual dude. Also, I love that I can do this, Tom.
Yeah, I know. It makes it so nice.
Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit more here. So anyways, that's the party kind of approaching the Stanley during the day. It's such a gorgeous building, you guys. And there's Ken and I. And he's just happy as a clam, you guys. We stayed in room 401. So if you see the white spire at the top of the building, on the back side of the building is where our room was. So it was kind of cool to step out in the back and see the building lit up at night. And then our room was definitely lit up. The window was open because it was hot. It was like 80 degrees in there. But it was a good experience, and Ken loved it. We sent him on a ghost tour because there was only one spot left. So he got to do that, and we hit up that gift shop. And I definitely spent a little bit of money there. I got a lot of Christmas shopping done. So it was great. It was great.
That just looks so fun, John. I got to say, I've been through Estes Park before. We stopped and we looked and I took some pictures outside and Jenna popped in really quick. But to actually stay and then stay in a haunted room, have the haunted tour. I just think that's so cool. It's so cool for you guys to get, to surprise Ken with this. And, Ken is the man. We love him so much. So I could only imagine how happy he was in those moments, and it makes me happy thinking about it. So Ken, if you are watching this, dude, I'm so happy for you, dude. That's so damn cool. I can't wait to hear about it through your eyes and look at. I did check out on Facebook some of the pictures you posted, but I want you to kind of tell me them, talk about them as you're telling or as you're showing me. So hopefully we get to hang out soon, homie.
And actually, there's the whole video he recounted his experience. I'll find that and post it in the chat for you guys to check out. Because Ken actually has his own Ken's Kingdom channel. So
I haven't seen that one yet. So Ken, I'll watch it. Don't worry, bro.
He's on it, man. He's on it. But yeah, the trip was great, though, you guys. And honestly, the biggest thing, and Tom knows this, is that when I work at a place, I just go crazy and put in a ton of hours. So just to get out of Dodge for a sec and recharge was so cool. First vacation since the whole COVID situation happened. And so it's nice to just get out of state, spend time with friends. And honestly, the next time we go, I would definitely lean more towards not being in the city as much, but get out to like an Estes Park and get out in the woods a little bit more. It was so beautiful, like the river and everything. And it just really gives you time to reflect and like put things into perspective. And I'm just like, you can't put a price on that. Oh, there's Ken. There he be. Thanks, Tom. But you guys, I am going to put a link to the video that Ken did about Denver and his surprise. And in the background, Sleepy, I saw you commenting on my blacklight posters. Thank you. In Ken's background, you're going to see a mountain of Stephen King books, pops, and all the good things that he has going on in his office. Check out Ken's video. Okay. Anyways, Tom, what else are we talking about?
Man, I say, you know what, John? As we know, new comic books come out on Wednesday, DC Comics. Wednesday is when they come out. Learn your lessons. But it's Wednesday today. We picked up new comics. We got a stack. I say we bust into those suckers, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. Just be aware it can totally snow in June up in the mountains. If it did, Steve, I would be A-okay with just being stuck in the mountains and just telling work, either I can work remote somehow, some way, or I could just not work and be stuck in that. Also, Steve, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Got the Bears in force tonight. I love it. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
That's right.
All right.
If you're not watching Comic Book Bears and you're watching this, you're a fool.
Get familiar.
That's right.
Get familiar. And I apologize too about the identity theft bill. I just, a nerd's got to save money,
That's right. That's right. You got to try everything you can.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Nathan from my work. Nope, you have to work. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. That's awesome. Don't tell anyone at work I said that. Okay. I love my job. But yeah, no, we got a mountain of books to talk about tonight, you guys, and just kind of get into it a little bit. Also, probably maybe talk some Loki. Have you been watching that, or are we gonna save that for another?
Yeah, I mean, you can talk. I'm not gonna watch it. I mean, I'm
gonna wait a few episodes, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched WandaVision. I haven't watched Winter Soldier and Falcon. I haven't watched this yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Tom, it's really because of when our cameo in Falcon and Winter Soldier got canceled. I would be pissed too.
I called Kevin Feige right up and I said, dude, Kev dog, it's me, Tom, your boy. I gave you the idea to look at the comic book stories to make these Marvel movies in the first place when I texted you about Iron Man, 15 years ago, bro. And then you're going to cut me and my boy Johnny out. And I just hung up on Kevin Feige right after that. I haven't really heard anything. It's real touch and go. Me and Ed Brubaker are both real pissed at him because Ed Brubaker came up with the Winter Soldier, and we heard he's getting 0 residuals. So you know what? Fuck you, Marvel.
Also from Mike, love the ski resorts in the summer. Happy for you, Neil Mans. Thank you. Yeah, it's a great trip. But we are going to hop over to talk about some books because this is what we do is chop it up. But I gotta say, Tom, I was told when I walked into Rainbow that we were shorted a couple books, and I'm looking at my stack like, really?
Dude, John texted me, my boy John Nordstrom, greatest person in the comic book industry of all time. He hit me up. He was like, yeah, we're shorted some books. I don't know if you're gonna be enough. And then it's like, I have a mountain of books. So it's like, oh, damn, dude, maybe I needed to be shorted a few because it's like, dude. But he said they're supposed to be getting them in the next couple days. He's gonna hit me up if he thinks there's something that I could pick up. So
that's awesome. Well, good. All right, Tom. Well, what are we doing? What do we got?
All right, I'll jump right into it. I got Luna. We got issue number 5. So I think I'm one behind then because I think the last one I read was 3. Oh, nice. So you got Luna 4, 3, 4.
No, 5 and 4. I just got the other
5 and 4. Sorry,
yeah. Per tradition.
I haven't read 4, but this is a real sexy book.
Yeah.
If you're. It's about it's about a clan of vampires, and they're all around this one male vampire that's kind of like the Fabio, Brad Pitt, so sexy. Yeah. All the vampiresses want him and adore him, and he's kind of taking on a new one, and it's kind of like this love story. Everybody's tripping out. You drink blood, and you kind of trip in a drug sense, and I don't know. It's a really weird book. But I love that it's the same writers, the same artist. Mm-hmm. It is, even though it is, I love vampires, it's definitely the romance side of vampires, but it doesn't go full Twilight. Because things stay so trippy, it ends up being the art can pull you all the way through. So if you look at that page, and then it goes, this is the next page, and then double spread after this, boom. So you're talking seriously cool layouts, seriously outside the box storytelling. So I'm all for it still.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. However, I do need to write to Maria Levitt and just ask, why are you biting my likeness for the main character? Yeah. I don't, first of all, I run a different operating system than that character does. If I had a harem, I would definitely have a different situation going on. I'm just going to put that out there, let alone in the middle of the desert. Mm-hmm. No, go somewhere where we can have some bearskin rugs and a fireplace on the floor. At least, let's get it right. But whatever. In all seriousness, though, you guys, this book is trippy. It is groovy. It is colorful and vibrant. And it is downright fascinating. It is something that is just a breath of fresh air, because sometimes we get that superhero fatigue. Tom more so than me. But this is really cool, and it's such a neat, unique offering. If you're not checking this out, again, we're only on issue 5. Boom Studios continues to delight, primarily with Power Rangers, but this has been really good too. I know, I'm just kidding. There's other.
No, stop. Speaking of Power Rangers,
Yeah.
you've been talking about Power Rangers so much, and they announced the Eisners, like the Academy Awards for comic books.
Yeah.
And best cover artist of the year is your boy on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, after you have talked all year about how good those covers were. You seriously would hold them up. Remember I think it was even like 2 weeks ago, you were like,
Dragon Zord.
Yeah, you were like, look at this cover. And that dude got nominated for best covers. And you're talking about all the indie books, all the big Marvel books. Dude, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's got to be the first Eisner for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ever. I was just so jacked when I saw it for you, John. I was like, dude, John was on board above all of these. Yeah, man. People might be seeking those out later if he wins, so that's cool.
Yeah. That's the way it is. That's awesome, man. Nothing beats Zordon and the team for sure. Like that's just the way it is. We were right growing up. Steve is just swinging through back here with Tom dropping the bombs on Faggy. Yep. Mr. Kevin, and then Sleepy, big week for me too. I bet Sleepy, and plus all of your awesome offerings that you get right there at your shops. Yeah, I bet you had a big week. I actually saw a lot of indie offerings in Denver as well. At some of the other shops we went to, but I was just like, I don't want to spend like trillions of dollars,
Totally.
Stop, drop, and roll. I was tempted though, but yeah, it was like issue 5, and like none of the back issues were there, and I'm like,
no, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Cool though. I'm glad you went to other shops as well.
Dude, heck yeah. Well, we had a lot of cool things come up this week on the Marvel side of the house, which is sadly pretty much all I have left. But most importantly, Mr. Patrick Gleason, I'm assuming, based on the style of this cover, yeah, it is. I love this Venom. This Venom cover right here is so dope. The spider,
dude.
It's amazing and creepy, and I absolutely love it. It is Venom number 35/200, which is annoying because they do that stupid numbering thing that I hate, but that's okay. I did flip through it earlier. It looks sick. They do the usual, gallery of all the different covers and all that stuff. So for me, I'm really excited to read this. I have loved the Venom series. I ran into Gabe Nightshield at the shop today, and I said, dude, I need to capture video of you buying Venom, because he has such a Spider-Man head that for a while he was like, no, Venom's stupid. And now he's like, I really want the rest of this run. It's so good. And I'm like, boom. So it was gratifying to be right, and I told him next time I'm getting that on video just so I can throw it in your face.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah,
cool. Well, I got a book.
You got a book.
Right. So I better check here. Let's see, what do we got next up? I'll do Supergirl. I have superhero fatigue. This is clearly not a normal book that I would buy, right, Johnny Boy? But Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. It's written by Tom King. It's a maxi series of 8. I like those Tom King, stories. I think they're really done well. And then because it's the Woman of Tomorrow, I have the other ones in this series. So I have the original Alan Moore written Superman, the Man of Tomorrow, or the World of Tomorrow, or whatever it is for Superman. And then there's a Batman, the Man of Tomorrow, World of Tomorrow. And I have that issue too that came out, I don't know, 10 or 20 years ago. So this is cool that King's pulling from those very legendary issues of Batman and Superman to give it a Supergirl and then push it out to the full series of 8. So haven't read it yet, but I'm excited to check it out. And I'm usually Tom King doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
And for art, we have, I want to just shout him out because I did think it looked really good and I don't know him that well. It's Bilquis Evely, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I don't know. I flipped through it. It looked really cool, and it was someone I wasn't familiar with, so that's really exciting too.
Heck yeah, man. Make new friends. That's the rule.
That's right.
All right. Well, I'm going to, actually, I do have a DC offering, so
ooh.
Bill's going to be proud of me on that one. But, Tom, most important Marvel book that came out this week.
Okay, most important. Let's see. I got to check it. I might have bought a Marvel book.
I bet it's the same one.
Nope, I didn't. Okay, so I want to say it's got to be Power Pack versus like the Super Friends.
Oof, so close. So again, I hate alternate reality crap, but when you get when you get an Alpha Flight-ish situation, I'm all about it.
So what's this? It's Weapon X in Final Flight. Is that an Alpha Flight spinoff?
It is a complete Alpha Flight spinoff in conjunction with the Heroes Reborn event.
Gotcha.
So I am definitely very curious about it. It appears that they square off against the Squadron Supreme, and obviously they don't win, which is really sad because I just flipped all the way to the end and I shouldn't have done that. But it makes me very happy to see a variation of their team. I could go for the main team in the book at some point, but ultimately I was very giddy. I totally forgot that was coming out today, so I was like, I'll just scoop that up. We got some James Wisdom here. Bilquist is an artist from Brazil, and she's really talented. She's done some of Greg Rucka Wonder Woman and the recent The Dreaming series. Great stuff. Boom.
So there you go, James. I mean, you'd think I'd read that Greg Rucka Wonder Woman because I love Greg Rucka, but I didn't read. I didn't pick any of them up. And then, I'm a big Neil Gaiman hater, so I definitely haven't been picking up The Dreaming. So yeah, that must be why I missed it. She is clearly working with the best artists in the world. So Neil Gaiman's character, Greg Rucka, and then Tom King. Yeah, it's on me that I don't know her yet. So yeah, thank you so much, James. I appreciate that, dude.
And of course, Steven is definitely on board with that too. So Steven, cool. I just literally read your name, Steve. I'm such a jerk. Oh my gosh. That's what I get for just reading off the teleprompter, right?
The teleprompter. He says whatever on the prompter.
God. All right, you're up.
All right, I got Alien. Okay, this is a fucked up situation. I love Alien. I love Aliens. But I can't find issue number 1. I went to go, I was like, I'm going to read them, and I'm on issue number 4 now. So I haven't read any of this series yet, and I'm on issue 4. It's because I was sat down, and I thought I grabbed them, and I had issue 2 and 3, and I was like, well, where's issue 1? And I think I packed it up, or it's in, I have that app that's I've been liking. I have it checked in, but I cannot locate it.
Alphabetized.
Dude! So I think I might have to go to Rainbow to buy another one to be able to read this series. Or I'm just going to, I'll just go on Comixology and just pay get a digital one or something like that too. Just so I can get back into the series because I do love Alien. You know what? It's like I love Alien and Aliens enough. I guess I'll just pick up the series no matter what. But it is like, am I picking up a book that I don't even like? Who knows?
Isn't that the worst? It's like, is it a dive? I don't know. Thankfully, I don't have that problem with Man-Bat. I just know that it's superior. I finally got issue number 2 at a shop in Colorado.
You did? Awesome.
We ran out in Sioux Falls, and so I had to I just was looking high and low. I have 3, 4, and I think 5, but I couldn't read them. So now I finally can. I'm quite giddy about that.
Man-Bat, baby.
Man-Bat, baby. Let's see here. Yeah, I got a lot of X-Men trained. I shouldn't make that sound because I love it, but it's just so annoying to talk, have the same.
No, it's not annoying. We love it, man.
Week after week. All right, you guys. Well, up next we got Justice League number 7. So definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, dude.
This team, it just cracks me up that this happened at all. It is so dumb. Like, it is a blatant ripoff, and it is so funny. I can't take this seriously.
You're so far now that you think the worst Justice League book is now being put out from Marvel. No, it's.
You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, Marvel, really? I don't know. But maybe if they were around and then DC decided, hey, we should do that.
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm sure.
Totally not the case, but we'll just say that it did. Anyways, you guys, Heroes Reborn number 7. The last actually number 6 is right here, and I haven't read it yet. But number 5 was kind of a drag for me. I think that was the Dr. Spectrum one, and I did not care for that as much, unfortunately. Number 6 I haven't fully read yet. Number 7 I have no idea what I'm getting into. It started out very strong for me. It was actually a lot of fun, but it's kind of starting to, do the classic thing. So hopefully it comes back up for a good ending. We'll find out. But yeah, I'd be curious to know, anyone that's reading Heroes Reborn, let us know what your thoughts are with it, because it's such a love it or hate it kind of situation, or a tapioca pudding, like, meh, it happened, whatever. But I'm checking it out just because I want to learn more about the characters. I just don't know that this is the right way to do it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, and you can always read Squadron Supreme. I have those, but it's old, so I mean, it's definitely not that enjoyable of a read compared to modern comics right now. What are you gonna do? All right, I'm up next. I'm gonna go for a double. These are both John recommendations. Your number ones. Not you, John. John Nordstrom.
I'm gonna take the credit though.
Yes, exactly. These are John Nordstrom, Rainbow Comics of Fame recommendations, but they're just number ones. He knows that I like these. I'll check out whatever, especially if the new book. So we got Aftershock, and we got Scout Comics, Midnight Western Theater, and then Seven Swords. Who knows? Maybe I'll be there for issue 2 if it's good, and if it's not, I won't be. But I'm gonna check them out regardless.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I'm gonna save the X-Men train for the end, spoilers, but I did get this neat book in my pull box, so it was not on my list in any way, shape, or form, but I am definitely really curious about it. So DC's represent. Yeah, awesome. So I am definitely Bill, aka New 51. If this doesn't get me a seat in the Justice League Hall or whatever it's called, I'm going to be pissed. Like, I am doing my part to embellish DC culture and embrace all the things, even though Squadron Supreme is arguably better than Justice League. But but if this doesn't get me into the hall, I don't know what is going to. So, but anyways, on a serious note, it's another just book. The awesome formatting, the spine on the side, the variety of creative teams in here. These are now my favorites. I used to struggle with these so much, but now I love them. Like, when you're talking about a certain topic, it reminds me a lot of when we did the theme shows on the Comic Book Look, where we would just pull from all of the different publishers, different books that we've read, or TV shows or whatever. And this reminds me of that, where it has that variety, but it's a focused discussion.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is just a really, this is cool. I like anthology books. I like books that are giving creators that I don't know a little bit of time in the spotlight. And then, hey, man, we all know that all of these big superheroes that DC and Marvel put out, they're like always white cis males. That's how it is. It's always been that way. So you know what? Let's get some different things. Yeah. So if DC wants to make that Pride book, and they want to make this book with some Black power, I fucking am 100% for it. We need to get it out there. DC doing that thing where they like tried to pigeonhole, like, no, Cyborg's always been a part of the Justice League. It's like, nah, dude, he hasn't. I hate to tell you, he hasn't. You tried to get him in there because you're looking for something else. But I appreciate you going above and beyond, giving me this nice prestige book, and then shining some light on some artists that probably didn't have as big of a light shined on them. So you can take my $10 for this sucker, and you got it.
Let's get it. A couple of comments rolling in here. Steve, Heroes Reborn, the tapioca pudding of Justice League ripoffs. Fair. And completely fair. I probably said that. So, James, I loved McGinnis's work, but even that is not enough to make me love this Heroes Reborn stuff. Jason Aaron is making the Squadron Supreme such intolerable jerks that I just can't. It is a bummer, but I guess I don't have enough attachment to the characters to, have an opinion one way or the other. And for me, James, hopefully you don't hate me for this, but I vote for the anti-villain quite often. I'm a bad person.
He's evil, James.
That Alpha Flight issue is really good, though. Thank you. I'm so excited to read it. Oh, yes. Steve, Seven Swords is on my list. Looks neat. Yeah,
exactly. Swashbuckling fun, right, Steven? So, cool.
Yeah, and I just got my X-Men train, and I'm out.
All right, then I got 4 books left. So I'll just break them into 2, and then you can do your X-Men train, and then I'll do the other 2. So Stillwater number 8, I'm really liking this. We're into a next arc. This is that town that, once you're in it, you cannot grow older and you cannot die, and everything stays still, and it's ran by this judge, but they had this big blow up. But one of the people went on the outside and then brought in some mercenaries that also now want to live long, and it's going to get real ugly and real sloppy. Really loving that book. And then the next one's Silver Coin. I'm loving this book even more. This is this book where you have Evil Coin, that if you get it, you become the greatest at whatever it is you do. And then it builds you up. It gives you all this talent. It's the coin that's causing this. There's no way that you could have done it beforehand. And then, you get burned out. You die of some sort. It goes on, and the coin is then found to the next person. And then, boom, that's what we get as the next coin. So I'm just really liking this. Same artist, different writer each issue. Really good.
Dude, heck yeah. Well, X-Men train here. Of course, you guys, we get more stylish pictures. You'll see some familiar faces and maybe some new ones from people that we reviewed. I actually don't think we talked about any of these. But X-Corp issue number 2, this is design variants. So this is one that I did not have previously, and I'm pretty excited about that. And then New Mutants issue 19. We got Warlock on there just doing his thing. I know we talked about Danny Moonstone. That was a cool one. I don't think we reviewed any of the other ones.
No, we didn't.
Particular lineup.
That's cool.
Which, by the way, that event, you guys, when you've been doing it as long as we have, you get invites to these things. But Emma Frost really was persistent on the cell phone. So like Tom was getting texts, he sent her over to me. I really wish you never got my number, because now I'm getting all these things of, hey, can you guys judge this pageantry or that? And I'm just like,
I'm sorry about that.
We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that, Emma. Relax. Thankfully, I'm glad DC's not also holding like big events like this either, else we'd be double booked. Like, it's insane.
It's already hard enough to be in a position like us. We're overcommitted to all these different things. It's like pretty soon we're gonna have to start splitting up and taking a private plane to different events, and it's just not, then the match will be gone, and it's not gonna be the same.
It's not the same. But speaking of the magic, Aaron Evans' Silver Coin is my favorite Image comic right now. So good, and it's an ongoing series now. Well, Aaron, that's because you voted with your dollar to make a Silver Coin happen. So I love it. Yes. And keep voting with your dollar. And also, Aaron, it's good to see you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like forever. So
yeah, no doubt, Aaron. Good to see you, brother.
We're gonna have to do a little Zoom call sometime to catch up. Wait, I just went. It's your turn. Do you want to do my other one? Yeah. Okay.
You know the X-Men train or what?
I'm doing the X-Men train, and I am trained to say yes to all of these looks on this cover. This is the X-Men planet-size cover. We talked about Rogue in great detail. She carried Gambit on that red carpet, you guys. Gambit was in the bottom of the male category for our looks reviews.
He was.
And if you guys haven't watched that episode yet, get on that, because Tom and I and Mindy, we crushed it. Arguably best episode of a comic book look this year. And when you get teleported to or catch a private jet over to Krakoa, it's a big deal from South Dakota nonetheless. So.
Exactly, and the humidity in Krakoa, don't even get me started.
Woo. This issue, I have no idea what's going to go on in here. I don't know why we need to buy another book when we have all these awesome series going on, but I'm excited to. I'm starting to sound like you now. Damn. Okay, Dad. It's going to be cool. I'm excited to read it. But it's a project, you guys. I was off the Thursday before we went to Colorado, and I just binged through all these comic books. I have a whole stack of them I need to file. They're in reading order right now, but it's like literally a fourth of a short box.
Dang.
It's insane. So Marvel keeps me busy for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hell of a train. All right, I got 2 left. I got Superman, Red and Blue. This is another one of those prestige ones. We're on issue 4, I think. But I am liking this, and we got a bunch of new cool artists and writers. I'm excited to see what this one has to say. But yeah, it's like by far the only good Superman book out. And then Keanu Reeves continues with Berserker #3. So really stoked to get through that. See him kill some more, 100 more people. Really jacked.
Why didn't you get the foil cover, Tom?
I can't believe I didn't get the foil cover. And there was that one book I had. There was 2 foil covers I could have had today. What was it called? Layla Starr.
Yeah.
That also had a foil cover. I was like, no, you're doing it though.
Yeah, don't be a John. Don't be a John. Easy. Yeah, you guys, the diva in me, I was like, oh my gosh, I need both of these, even though I fell off of Layla Starr. It was a good first issue, but for me, I'm trying so many things that, an octopus only has so many tentacles, and I can only juggle so many books. So
that's the truth.
That's the truth. But another amazing episode. Thank you. I mean, this participation tonight from the viewers, you guys are awesome, and you are really what makes the show amazing. So thank you for joining us tonight. It is definitely with a sad heart that I have to go back to work tomorrow. But at the same point, it is like I do like my coworkers, like we do get along, and so it will be a good chance to reconnect and just kind of tell a little bit about my trip and how everything went. But more importantly, great week in comics. We got Loki going right now for the Nerd TV. I personally just purchased a new treadmill and a new television, so I will be binge watching all of my favorite shows while I'm working out and getting
cool.
So I am still keeping it comics, but I'm going to be keeping it comics on the treadmill.
That's awesome, John.
Very excited about that. And yeah, that's all I got, I guess, for tonight.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of big news, a big trip, a big stack of comics, all these cool things that you got to do. And then you end with that bombshell, man. New TV, new treadmill. Love it, bro. Love it, man.
So I'm ready, man. Mike, thank you. You guys rock hard. You know what, though? Our viewers, we're powered by our viewers, man. So we appreciate it. And it's going to be a quick 10-year episode coming up, which, Tom, we should really start planning for that. Thank you, James, so much. We appreciate it. We got our 10-year situation coming up next month. Yeah. I'm terrible. I don't even know what the date is. Tom had to go back to our very first video to determine that. So here's a homework assignment for you guys. Hit our long boxes on our YouTube channel. Go find issue #1 and report back with what the date is in the comments. That'd be awesome.
July something.
But yeah. So anyways, with that, we are going to go ahead and close it up tonight. Thank you guys so much for your time tonight. Again, we are a comic book look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, 42nd and Minnesota Avenue here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Or if you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, stop by and say howdy to the crew down there. We are also on the Twitters. So if you are, feel free to add us collectively at @ a comic book look. I am @ John on demand. I almost said yours with my name. And then @ Tom Stu Divine for Tom. If you are not watching on Facebook already, we do have a Facebook group, so please join us to continue the conversation. We love to have a lot of fun banter, and it's just a laid-back, easy place to be. So with that, we are going to bid you guys a very good night, but you guys know the drill as always. I have said this for almost 10 years now, but what do we do here at Comic Book Look? We keep it comics for sure, man.